The shot cracked through the night air. Karen didn't think. She slammed into Kyung-dae, sending him sideways as the bullet tore through the space where his head had been. Glass exploded behind them. His brother Taemin fired back twice, cold and precise. Move. Taemin's hand locked around her wrist, dragging her toward the stairs. Kyung-dae was already up, gun drawn, blood on his collar from the glass. Who sent them? Does it matter right now? Karen twisted free and ran. They hit the stairwell as gunfire chased them down. 3 floors. No exits. Taemin kicked open a door and they spilled into a storage hallway. Kyung-dae slammed it shut and wedged a metal rod through the handle. You saved my life. Kyung-dae stared at her like he'd never seen her before. Don't make it a thing. Karen checked the clip in the gun she'd taken off the first shooter. 14 rounds. Taemin moved to the window. They're regrouping. We have 2 minutes. Then we go now. Karen kicked out the window and looked down. Fire escapes. Rusted but functional. Kyung-dae grabbed her shoulder. You don't give orders here. She turned slowly. I just saved your life. Try gratitude. The brothers exchanged a look. Something passed between them that she couldn't read. Taemin nodded once. She's right. Move. Before we continue, can I ask you a question? Where in the world are you watching from? Comment below because we would love to know how far these stories travel, and hit that subscribe button because there are new stories you do not want to miss. Subscribing is completely free and it helps us bring you more stories like this. They dropped onto the fire escape. Metal groaned under their weight. Karen went first, fast and controlled. The twins followed, weapons ready. They're at the east exit. Taemin's voice was flat. Controlled. Karen hit the alley and ran left. A van screeched around the corner. She fired twice. The windshield spiderwebbed and the van swerved into a wall. Where did you learn to shoot like that? Kyung-dae kept pace beside her. Lagos. Johannesburg. Nairobi. Pick one. They cut through a market. Vendors scattered. Taemin grabbed her arm and pulled her into a side street. They stopped in the shadows between 2 buildings. We need answers. Taemin stepped close. Too close. Who are you really? Karen met his eyes. Someone your father hired to keep you alive. Kyung-dae laughed. Cold. Sharp. Our father doesn't hire outsiders. He does when his sons are targets and he doesn't know who to trust inside his own organization. Silence. Taemin's jaw tightened. You're lying. Call him then. Karen pulled out a burner phone and tossed it to him. Speed dial 2. Kyung-dae caught it instead. He stared at the phone. Then at her. If you're lying, you die here. If I'm lying, you'd already be dead. He dialed. The call connected. Karen heard the old man's voice through the speaker. Rough. Commanding. Is she alive? Kyung-dae's face went blank. Yes. Then listen to her. She's the only one who can get you out. The line went dead. Taemin took the phone and crushed it under his heel. Explain. Now, your cousin Ji-hoon is making his move. He's been selling territory to the Yakuza for 6 months. Tonight was supposed to look like a rival gang hit. Ji-hoon wouldn't. He would. He did. And he's not working alone. Karen started walking. There's a safe house in Itaewon. We go there or we die in the next 20 minutes. Kyung-dae blocked her path. Why would our father trust you? Because my mother was Korean. My father was Kenyan. And your grandfather owed my family a blood debt that was never paid. Taemin stepped forward. What kind of debt? The kind that kept him alive in Nairobi when a shipment went wrong in 1987. The kind that got him out of a black site prison when the local government wanted him disappeared. My uncle died getting him out. The twins looked at each other again. That silent language. Move. Taemin started walking. They crossed through back alleys, avoiding main streets. Karen led them through routes she'd memorized weeks ago. Every exit. Every choke point. Every kill zone. A black sedan rolled past the mouth of an alley. Karen pulled them back into the shadows. How many are hunting us? Kyung-dae whispered. 12 that I counted. Maybe more. Ji-hoon only has 8 men loyal enough to kill the family. Then he borrowed it from someone else. Karen watched the street. The Yakuza. Or worse. Worse? Taemin's voice dropped. There's a rumor. Chinese triad moving into Seoul. If Ji-hoon promised them your father's shipping routes, they'd send an army. Kyung-dae cursed under his breath in Korean. They moved again. 3 blocks. Then 5. Karen spotted the safe house. A narrow building squeezed between a restaurant and a shuttered shop. She checked the door. Locked. The code still worked. Inside, the safe house was bare. Concrete floors. Reinforced walls. Weapons cache in the back room. Taemin locked the door behind them. Triple bolts. How long do we have? Until they track us here? 4 hours. Maybe 6. Kyung-dae opened the weapons cache. Rifles. Handguns. Explosives. This is a war chest. Your father knew it might come to this. Karen pulled out a tactical vest and started loading magazines. He's been preparing for months. Why didn't he tell us? Kyung-dae's voice cracked. Just slightly. Because he didn't know who else was compromised. Someone in the inner circle is feeding information to Ji-hoon. Could be an advisor. Could be a guard. Could be anyone. Taemin sat on a metal chair. For the first time, he looked tired. What's the play? Karen laid out a map on the floor. Seoul. Red marks at key locations. Ji-hoon is moving tonight. He's hitting your father's casino in Gangnam at midnight. If he takes that, he controls the cash flow. Game over. We warned father. He knows. That's why we're not going there. Karen tapped a different location. We're hitting Ji-hoon's base in Mapo. While he's busy at the casino, we take everything he has. His records. His money. His leverage. Kyung-dae leaned over the map. That's suicide. He'll have it defended. He'll have 6 men there. Maybe 8. The rest are with him at the casino. Karen looked up. I've been inside. I know the layout. When? 2 weeks ago. I told Ji-hoon I was a buyer from Nairobi looking to move guns through Seoul. He gave me a tour. Taemin stood slowly. You've been playing this long? Your father hired me 3 months ago. I've been setting this up since day 1. Kyung-dae stepped closer. Why you? Why not his own people? Karen met his eyes. Hold them. Because I don't want his empire. I want payment for the debt. Once this is done, I disappear and your family is clean. What's the payment? Safe passage for my family. New identities. Relocation to Canada. Your father agreed. Silence filled the room. Taemin broke it. If we do this, we do it together. All 3 of us. Karen nodded. Kyung-dae extended his hand. If you betray us, I'll kill you myself. She shook it. Fair. They armed themselves. Karen took a Glock and 2 knives. Taemin chose a rifle and a handgun. Kyung-dae loaded up with enough firepower to start a small war. We leave in 1 hour, Karen said. Rest while you can. Kyung-dae sat against the wall. He watched her. You really saved my life back there. I did. Why? You could have let me die. Made this easier. Karen checked her weapon. Because your father paid me to keep you alive. And I don't break contracts. That's the only reason? She looked at him. Really looked. He was younger than Taemin by 3 minutes. Softer around the edges. More questions than answers in his eyes. Ask me again when this is over. Taemin was at the window, watching the street. Movement. East side. Karen joined him. 2 cars. Black. Tinted windows. They found us already. Kyung-dae moved to the weapons. No. Karen studied the vehicles. Wrong model. Those are your father's men. The cars were parked. 4 men got out. She recognized the lead. Minasio. The old man's head of security. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. Trust Minasio. He will extract you. Go with him. It's your father. Karen showed them the message. Taemin frowned. How do we know it's really him? The phone buzzed again. Taemin still sleeps with the light on. Kyung-dae cheats at cards. Kyung-dae's face flushed. That's him. They gathered their gear and moved to the door. Minasio was already there, knocking in a pattern. 3 short. 2 long. Karen opened up. Minasio's face was grim. We need to move. Now. Where? Taemin demanded. The compound. Your father wants you both behind walls until this is over. Karen stepped forward. That's not the plan. The plan changed. Minasio looked at her with something close to respect. Ji-hoon moved early. He hit the casino 20 minutes ago. He has hostages. Your father wants his son's safety before he responds. What about Karen? Kyung-dae asked. Minasio hesitated. She wasn't part of my orders. Then make her part of them. Taemin's voice went cold. She comes with us or we don't move. Minasio looked between them. Then nodded. Fine. But she's your responsibility. They moved to the cars. Karen rode with the twins in the second vehicle. Minasio drove the lead. Seoul blurred past. Lights. Traffic. Normal people living normal lives. Do you have family here? Kyung-dae asked suddenly. Karen looked out the window. No. They're all in Nairobi. Waiting. What will you do after this? Join them. Start over. Maybe open a restaurant. Something quiet. Taemin turned from the front seat. You don't seem like the quiet type. I wasn't. But this life gets old. Karen touched the scar on her forearm. Too many close calls. Too many people died. At some point, you either walk away or you become the monster. The car slowed. They were at a checkpoint. 2 guards. Both armed. Minasio rolled down his window. Spoke quietly. The guards waved them through. The compound appeared. High walls. Cameras. Guards patrolling in pairs. This was power. Old power. The kind that didn't flinch. They drove through the main gate and stopped in a courtyard. The twins' father was waiting. Chairman Seo. Mid-60s. Silver hair. Eyes like stone. Everyone got out. Chairman Seo looked at Karen. You kept them alive. I did. Good. He turned to his sons. Inside. We have much to discuss. They walked into the main house. Traditional Korean architecture mixed with modern security, beautiful and deadly. The chairman led them to a private study. He poured 4 glasses of whiskey. Handed them out. Ji-hoon has made his move. He's taken the casino and he's holding 16 people hostage. He's demanding I step down and name him successor. You can't, Kyung-dae started. I won't. The chairman drank. But we need to be smart. He has leverage now. Then we hit him where it hurts, Taemin said. Take his base in Mapo. Destroy his resources. The chairman looked at Karen. That was your plan. It still is. But now we have less time. You'd go anyway, even after what he did tonight? Karen set down her glass. Especially after what he did tonight. He's distracted. Confidence. That's when you strike. The chairman smiled. It didn't reach his eyes. You remind me of your uncle. He thought like you. Saw the board 3 moves ahead. He's dead because of this family. He died honorably. And I have honored that debt by keeping his family safe all these years. The money. The protection. That was all for him. Karen's chest tightened. What are you saying? I'm saying your family has been under my protection since 1987. Your mother. Your brothers. Even you, though you didn't know it. The chairman refilled his glass. The debt was paid long ago. But you came to me anyway. Asking for a contract. Asking for work. Because I wanted to close the loop. Finish it properly. Or because you're like your uncle. You can't stay away from the fire. Karen said nothing. Chairman Seo turned to his sons. This woman has kept you alive. She's earned trust. From this moment forward, she is under family protection. Anyone who harms her answers to me. Kyung-dae and Taemin bowed. Now. The chairman walked to the window. We end this tonight. All of us. Together. The plan came together in 20 minutes. Fast. Brutal. Precise. They would split into 2 teams. The chairman would send a negotiation team to the casino to stall Ji-hoon. Meanwhile, Karen and the twins would hit the Mapo base with a strike team of 8 men. You have 2 hours, the chairman said. Get in. Get the evidence. Get out. Then we move on to Ji-hoon directly. Karen nodded. They suited up in the armory. Tactical gear. Night vision. Comms. Karen checked every piece of equipment twice. Kyung-dae approached her. You don't have to do this. You could walk away now. And miss the fun part? He didn't smile. I'm serious. This isn't your fight anymore. It became my fight the second I pushed you out of the way of that bullet. Karen secured her vest. Besides, I don't leave jobs unfinished. Taemin joined them. We move in 5. They loaded into 2 vans. Black. Unmarked. The strike team was silent. Professional. These were the chairman's best men. The drive to Mapo took 30 minutes. They parked 3 blocks away and went on foot. Karen led them through side streets, using the route she'd memorized. The base was a warehouse. 3 stories. Reinforced doors. Cameras on every corner. 6 guards outside, Taemin whispered into the comm, maybe more inside. Karen studied the building. There's a service entrance on the west side. Less coverage. They moved as one unit. Silent. Fast. The service entrance was locked but not alarmed. One of the strike team picked it in 40 seconds. Inside, the warehouse was divided into sections. Office space. Storage. Living quarters. Split up, Karen said. Taemin, take 4 men and secure the office. Kyung-dae, you're with me. We clear the living quarters. They moved. Karen and Kyung-dae went up the stairs. 2 guards at the top. Karen took the first one down with a knife. Kyung-dae silenced the second with a suppressed shot. They dragged the bodies into a side room and kept moving. The living quarters were empty except for one man sleeping in a chair. Kyung-dae zip-tied him before he could wake fully. Clear, Karen said into the comm. The office is secured, Taemin responded. We have the files. Computer hard drives. Everything. Good. Plant the charges in. Gunfire erupted below. Contact. One of the strike team shouted. We've got reinforcements coming in. 8. No, 10. They're heavily armed. Fall back to the office, Karen ordered. Defensive positions. She and Kyung-dae ran. More gunfire. Shouting in Korean. They reached the office. Taemin and his team had turned it into a fortress. Desks flipped. Windows covered. They knew we were coming, Taemin said. Karen's mind raced. Someone tipped them off. Who? I don't know. But we need to move now. An explosion rocked the building. The west wall blew inward. Smoke and debris filled the air. East exit. Karen grabbed a hard drive and ran. The team followed. Bullets chased them through hallways. One of the strike team went down. Then another. They hit the east exit. Locked from the outside. Blow it. Kyung-dae yelled. One of the men placed a charge. They backed up. The explosion tore the door off its hinges. They spilled into an alley. 3 cars were waiting. Not theirs. Men poured out. Armed. Ready. Ambush. Taemin fired first. Chaos. Karen dropped 2 men and ducked behind a dumpster. Kyung-dae was beside her, reloading. We're pinned, he shouted. Taemin was across the alley, firing methodically. We need an exit. Karen looked around. A drainage tunnel. 20 feet away. There. She pointed. They moved together. Covering fire. Controlled retreat. 2 more strike team members went down. Karen reached the tunnel first. She fired back to cover the twins. Taemin dove in. Then Kyung-dae. They ran through the tunnel. Water up to their ankles. Gunfire echoing behind them. Where does this go? Kyung-dae gasped. No idea, but it's better than back there. The tunnel opened into a canal. They climbed out, soaked and exhausted. Head count, Taemin ordered. 3 strike team members had made it. 5 were dead or captured. Karen pulled out her phone. Cracked but functional. She called the chairman. We're compromised. Someone leaked the plan. The chairman's voice was ice. Get to the secondary location. I'll send an extraction. Where? Dongdaemun. The old textile building. 20th floor. That's across the city. Then move fast. The line went dead. They stole a car from a parking garage. Taemin drove. Karen rode shotgun. Kyung-dae and the 3 remaining strike team members crammed in the back. Who knew about the raid? Karen asked. Just us. The strike team. Minesio. My father. Taemin gripped the wheel. No one else. Then it was one of the strike teams. Impossible. These men are loyal. Or someone got to them. Karen looked back. 3 faces. Exhausted. Bloody. One of them wouldn't meet her eyes. She pulled her gun slowly. Karen, Kyung-dae saw. She aimed at the man on the left. What did Ji-hoon promise you? The man's eyes widened. I don't. Don't lie. You've been on your phone twice since we left. Texting someone. The man lunged. Karen fired. The bullet caught him in the shoulder. He screamed. Kyung-dae restrained him. Talk. Ji-hoon has my sister. He said he'd kill her if I didn't. How much did you tell him? Everything. The raid. The timing. All of it. Taemin slammed the brakes. The car skidded to a stop. Get out, he said quietly. Please. Get out. The man stumbled out. Kyung-dae shoved him to the pavement. Taemin drove away. Karen looked at the twins. We can't trust anyone now. We trust each other, Kyung-dae said. And we trust you. They reached Dongdaemun as dawn broke. The textile building was abandoned. Condemned. Perfect. They climbed 20 floors. No elevators. By the time they reached the top, everyone was gasping. The 20th floor was empty except for old machinery and broken windows. Karen set up a defensive position and waited. What now? Kyung-dae asked. Now we figure out who the real enemy is. Karen pulled out the hard drive she'd taken from the warehouse. This has everything. Ji-hoon's deals. His partners. His plans. Taemin found an old laptop someone had left behind. Miraculously, it still worked. Karen plugged in the drive. Files filled the screen. Hundreds of them. She opened the first one. A ledger. Payments. Names. Dates. This is big, she whispered. Bigger than Ji-hoon. What do you mean? Taemin looked over her shoulder. These payments. They're going to government officials. Police commissioners. Even military officers. Karen scrolled down. Ji-hoon's been building a network for years. Kyung-dae leaned in. Can we use this? If we get it to the right people. But we need leverage first. A sound from below. Footsteps on the stairs. Everyone drew weapons. The door opened. Minacio stepped through. Alone. Lower your weapons, he said calmly. How did you find us? Taemin demanded. Your father sent me. He's calling a family meeting. Tonight. Every blood member. Every associate. He's ending this. Karen didn't lower her gun. Is it really over? Minacio looked at her. That depends on what you found. She showed him the laptop. His face went pale. Dear God, he whispered. If this gets out. It changes everything, Karen finished. Minacio pulled out his phone. Dialed. Sir, you need to see this. An hour later, they were back at the compound. The chairman reviewed the files in silence. His face betrayed nothing. Finally, he spoke. Ji-hoon has betrayed not just me. Not just this family. He's betrayed the entire organization. What do we do? Taemin asked. The chairman closed the laptop. We use this. We offer the government a deal. Ji-hoon's entire network in exchange for immunity for the family's legitimate businesses. They'll never go for it, Kyung-dae said. They will. Because Ji-hoon's network includes people they've been trying to catch for years. We give them the big fish. We keep our empire. Karen stood. And what about me? The chairman looked at her for a long moment. You've done more than I asked. The debt is paid. You're free to go. Just like that? Just like that. But something in his eyes told her it wasn't that simple. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our next upload. Drop a comment and let us know what you think should happen next. That night, the family meeting was held in the main hall. Every member of the organization was there. Karen watched from the side, technically not part of the family but there by the chairman's invitation. Ji-hoon arrived last. Confidence. Smiling. He didn't know. The chairman stood. We have a traitor among us. The room went silent. This traitor has sold our territory. Our secrets. Our honor. The chairman's voice was steel. Ji-hoon. Step forward. Ji-hoon's smile faded. Uncle, I don't. Don't insult me with lies. The chairman nodded to Minacio. The evidence appeared on screens around the room. The files. The payments. Everything. Ji-hoon's face went white. Then red. You planted this. We recovered it from your base in Mapo. Along with testimony from 3 of your men who turned on you when they realized what you'd done. Ji-hoon looked around the room. No one met his eyes. No one stood with him. You've been outvoted, the chairman said. The family has spoken. You are cast out. Stripped of name and protection. You can't. I can. And I have. The chairman turned his back. Get him out of my sight. Guards moved in. Ji-hoon fought. Screamed. Made threats. But he was dragged away. The room exhaled collectively. The chairman addressed the assembly. We have survived this betrayal. We will survive the next. This family stands together. Always. The meeting ended. People filtered out. Karen moved toward the exit. Wait. Kyung-dae caught her arm. She turned. He and Taemin stood together. You're leaving? That was the deal. Deals can change, Taemin said. Karen shook her head. I don't belong here. You saved our lives. You exposed a traitor. I did a job. Karen pulled away gently. That's all this was. But Kyung-dae stepped closer. Is that really all it was? She looked at him. Then at Taemin, these 2 men who had fought beside her. Who had trusted her when they shouldn't have. Don't make this harder than it is, she said quietly. Stay, Kyung-dae said. Not as hired protection. As a family. I'm not family. You could be. Taemin's voice was soft. If you wanted to be. Karen felt something crack inside her chest. I can't. Why not? Because I've spent my whole life running from places like this. From power. From violence. From the kind of life where you sleep with a gun under your pillow. She looked around the compound. I can't stay in this world. Then we'll leave with you, Kyung-dae said. She laughed. Bitter. You can't leave. This is who you are. We're more than just our name, Taemin said. We're what we choose to be. Before she could answer, the chairman appeared. May I speak with her alone? The twins reluctantly stepped away. The chairman walked Karen to a private garden. Moonlight on stone paths. They care about you, he said. I know. Do you care about them? Karen didn't answer immediately. It doesn't matter. It's the only thing that matters. The chairman sat on a bench. I've spent my life building power. Accumulating wealth. Securing the family name. And you know what I've learned? What? None of it means anything without someone to share it with. He looked up at her. My sons have never cared about someone the way they care about you. Both of them. At the same time. That's complicated. Life is complicated. The chairman stood. I'm not asking you to join the organization. I'm asking you to give them a chance. To give yourself a chance. I don't know how. No one does. That's the point. He started to walk away, then paused. Your family's papers are ready. New identities. Safe passage to Canada. I've upheld my end. The choice now is yours. He left her there in the garden. Karen sat on the bench. The night air was cool. Somewhere in the compound, people were celebrating. Music. Laughter. Life continues despite everything. Footsteps behind her. The twins. Together. Always together. We don't want to pressure you, Taemin said. But we need you to know something, Kyung-dae added. They sat on either side of her. When you pushed me out of the way of that bullet, Kyung-dae said, I saw something in your eyes. Fear. Real fear. Not for yourself. For me. And when you led us through that warehouse, Taemin continued, you protected us at every turn. Even when it meant putting yourself at risk. That's the job, Karen said weakly. No. Kyung-dae took her hand. That's care. That's something more. Taemin took her other hand. We're not asking you to change who you are. We're asking you to let us know who you are. Karen looked at their hands holding hers. Strong. Scarred. Steady. I don't know what this is, she admitted. Neither do we, Kyung-dae said. But we'd like to find out. Together. Both of you? Both of us, Taemin confirmed. If you'll have us. Karen's heart hammered. This is insane. Probably, Kyung-dae smiled. But we've never been good at playing it safe. She looked at them. Really looked. I saw hope. The fear. The possibility. One condition, she said. Anything, they answered together. We do this away from here. I need space from this world. From the violence. Just for a while. Taemin nodded. We can arrange that. And you have to meet my family. In Nairobi. Let them see that you're real. That this isn't just some power play. We'd be honored, Kyung-dae said. Karen took a shaky breath. Then, okay. We try this. Whatever this is. They sat together in the garden as dawn approached. 3 people who shouldn't fit together. Who came from different worlds. Who had every reason to walk away. But I didn't. The chairman watched from a window. Smiled. Then turned back to his war room. There was still work to be done. Ji-hoon was cast out, but his network remained. The government deal had to be negotiated. Territory had to be secured. The organization had to be rebuilt stronger than before, but for tonight, his sons were happy. And that was enough. 3 months later, Karen stood on a beach in Mombasa. The ocean stretched out forever. Blue and endless. Kyung-dae and Taemin were teaching her nephews how to skip stones. Badly. But the kids were laughing. Her mother approached. Older now. Gray in her hair. But her eyes were still sharp. Those boys of yours, she said in Swahili. They're trouble. I know, Mama. Good trouble though. The kind that makes life interesting. Karen smiled. Yes. That kind. Your father would have liked them. You think so? I know so. He always said the most dangerous people were the ones who had nothing left to lose. But your twins, they have everything to lose. That makes them careful. Smart. They're not my twins, Mama. Her mother gave her a look. Child, those boys follow you with their eyes every time you move. They hang on every word you say. They're yours whether you claim them or not. Karen watched Kyung-dae pick up her youngest nephew and spin him around. Watched Taemin show another how to throw properly. It's complicated, she said. Love always is. That night, they sat around a fire on the beach, Karen's entire extended family. 23 people. Kids running wild. Adults drinking and telling stories. Kyung-dae leaned close to Karen. Your family is incredible. They're overwhelming, she corrected. Same thing. He kissed her temple. Soft. Easy. Taemin was on her other side, hand resting on her knee. We have to go back soon. I know. Will you come with us? Karen looked at the fire. Thoughts about Seoul. The compound. The life waiting there. Not yet, she said. But maybe. Someday. That's enough, Kyung-dae said. They sat in comfortable silence. The ocean roared. The fire crackled. Somewhere, someone started singing. Karen felt something unfamiliar. Peace, maybe even happiness. It wouldn't last. It never did. But for now, at this moment, it was enough. Her phone buzzed. A text from the chairman. Ji-hoon is dead. Killed by the triad. The network is collapsing. We are cleaning up. Come home when you are ready. You are always welcome. She showed the twins. Taemin's jaw tightened. We should go back. Help father. He has been SEO. He'll be fine. Karen put the phone away. We stay here. Like we planned. You're sure? I'm sure. Kyung-dae relaxed. Good. Because your nephew challenged me to a football match tomorrow and I need to practice. They laughed. The night stretched on. Eventually, the family drifted to their homes. Just Karen and the twins remained by the dying fire. Tell me something true, Karen said suddenly. Taemin looked at her. What do you want to know? Why me? Really? There are 1,000 women in Seoul. Stronger connections. Better bloodlines. Why choose this? Kyung-dae poked the fire with a stick. You want the honest answer? Always. Because you didn't want anything from us. He met her eyes. Everyone in our world wants something. Power. Money. Status. Protection. But you just wanted to finish a job and leave. That made you interested, Taemin added. You weren't trying to use us. You weren't afraid of us. You just existed. On your own terms. And when you saved my life, Kyung-dae continued, you didn't do it for reward or leverage. You did it because it needed doing. Karen looked away. I'm not some noble hero. I took your father's money. We know. That's what made it real. Taemin shifted closer. You're complicated. Dangerous. You have lines you won't cross and others you'll leap over without thinking. You're exactly the kind of chaos we need. That's a terrible reason to care about someone. Maybe. Kyung-dae smiled. But here we are. Karen stood. I walked to the water's edge. The twins followed. I'm going back to Seoul with you, she said. But not as your wife. Not yet. I need to see if I can survive in your world without losing myself. Fair enough, Taemin said. And if at any point this stops working, if I feel trapped or controlled or like I'm becoming someone I don't recognize, I walk away. No questions. No pursuit. Agreed, Kyung-dae said. And you tell your father that I'm not joining the organization. I'm not becoming a piece on his board. I'm with you too. That's it. He'll understand, Taemin assured her. Karen turned to face them. Then let's go home. 2 weeks later, they landed in Seoul. The city was different somehow. Brighter. Less threatening. Or maybe Karen was different. The chairman met them at the compound. He embraced his sons. Then, to Karen's surprise, he bowed to her. Welcome home, he said. This isn't my home, Karen replied. But gently. Not yet. But it could be. He straightened. I have news. The government accepted our deal. Ji-hoon's network is dismantled. The triad has pulled back from Seoul. We have peace. For now. How long will it last? Taemin asked. Long enough. The chairman gestured toward the house. Come. We have much to discuss. Inside, Minisio was waiting with folders. Updates. Reports. The business of running an empire. Karen listened but didn't participate. Not her world. Not yet. After the meeting, the twins showed her to a private suite. Separate from their rooms. Her own space. You didn't have to do this, she said. We know. Kyung-dae set down her bags. But you need room to breathe. We're not trying to cage you. Taemin lingered at the door. Dinner is at 7. Family only. You're invited if you want. I'll be there. They left her alone. Karen unpacked slowly. Her clothes. Her weapons. The few photos she kept of her family. She placed them on the dresser. I looked at them. Her mother, her brothers, her nephews. They were safe now. New identities. New lives. The debt was truly paid. So why did she feel hollow? A knock at the door. Come in. Kyung-dae entered. I forgot to give you this. He handed her a phone. New number. Clean. Only the three of us and father have it. Thank you. He turned to leave. Kyung-dae. Yes? Do you ever regret it? Choosing me? He came back. I stood close. Every day I don't regret it more. That doesn't make sense. I know. He touched her face. Gentle. But it's true. He kissed her. Soft at first. Then deeper. She let herself fall into it. Let herself feel. When they broke apart, he smiled. See you at dinner. After he left, Karen sat on the bed, touched her lips. Felt the echo of that kiss. This was dangerous. More dangerous than any gunfight or ambush. This was her heart getting involved. Dinner was formal. Traditional Korean dishes served by silent staff. The chairman at the head of the table. Taemin and Kyung-dae on either side. Karen across from them. I have an announcement, the chairman said halfway through the meal. Everyone looked up. I'm stepping back from day-to-day operations. Taemin will assume leadership of the family business. Kyung-dae will handle external relations and security. The twins exchanged shocked looks. Father, Taemin started. I'm not dying, the chairman cut him off. But I'm tired. And you're ready. Both of you. What about the council? Kyung-dae asked. They won't accept this without a fight. The council will accept what I tell them to accept. The chairman's voice was steel. You've proven yourselves. The Jihoon situation. The government deal. You've earned this. He turned to Karen. And you? What will you do? All eyes on her. I don't know yet, she admitted. That's honest. The chairman nodded. Take your time. But know this, you have a place here if you want it, not as decoration. Not as leverage. As a family. Karen's throat tightened. I'll think about it. The meal continued. Small talk. Business updates. Normal family things. It felt almost peaceful. Almost. After dinner, Karen walked the compound gardens. Alone. Thinking. Footsteps behind her. Both twins this time. We need to talk, Taemin said. About what? About us. About this. Kyung-dae gestured between them. We can't keep dancing around it. Karen stopped walking. What do you want from me? Everything, Taemin said simply. We want you to stay. To build something with us. To be ours. I don't belong to anyone. We know, Kyung-dae said. That's not what we mean. We're saying we want to belong to you. Both of us. Karen's chest tightened. That's not how the world works. Maybe not your world. But our world? Our world makes its own rules. Taemin stepped closer. Stay with us. Not because you owe us. Not because of some debt. But because you want to. What if I can't? What if I'm too broken for this? Then we're broken together, Kyung-dae said. Karen looked at them. These two men who had somehow become her anchor in the chaos. I need time, she said finally. Take all the time you need, Taemin said. We're not going anywhere. They walked her back to her suite. Both of them kissed her goodnight. Soft. Patient. Then they left her alone. Karen lay in bed staring at the ceiling. Her phone buzzed. A text from her mother. Have you decided yet? Decided what? Whether to run or stay. Karen smiled despite herself. Still deciding. Take your advice, child. Sometimes the bravest thing is to stop running. She put the phone down. Closed her eyes. Maybe her mother was right. Maybe it was time to stop running. The next morning, Karen woke to shouting. She grabbed her gun and ran toward the noise. The main hall. The chairman. The twins. And a woman Karen had never seen before. Beautiful. Early 30s. Designer clothes. Cold eyes. Who is she? Karen asked quietly. Min Seo appeared at her elbow. Ji-hoon's widow. She's demanding compensation for his death. He was a traitor. She claims he was set up. That we planted evidence. The widow's voice rose. My husband served this family for 15 years. And you killed him. He sold us out to the triad, Taemin said coldly. He got what he deserved. You have no proof. We have mountains of proof. Kyung-dae pulled out a tablet. Would you like to see it? The widow's face flushed. I want compensation. Or I go to the police with everything I know. The room went silent. The chairman stood slowly. You would betray this family? You betrayed my husband first. Your husband betrayed himself. The chairman's voice was ice. But if you want war, I'll give you war. You'll be dead by sunset. The widow paled. You wouldn't dare. Try me. Stand off. Then Karen stepped forward. Or we could make a deal. Everyone turned to look at her. What kind of deal? The widow asked. You walk away. Leave Seoul. Start over somewhere else. We give you enough money to live comfortably. In exchange, you forget everything you know about this family. Why would I trust you? Because I'm not part of this family. Not officially. I have no reason to lie to you. Karen moved closer. Your husband made bad choices, he paid for them. But you don't have to pay either. Take the money. Leave. Live. The widow looked at the chairman. Do you agree with this? The chairman studied Karen for a long moment. Then nodded. If she vouches for you, I'll honor it. How much money? 5 million won. Enough to start fresh. The widow considered. 10 million. 7. Final offer. The widow looked around the room. I saw no sympathy. No support. Fine. 7 million. But I want it today. You'll have it in 2 hours. The chairman gestured to Min Seo. Escort her to the waiting room. The widow was led away. The chairman turned to Karen. That was bold. That was necessary. If she went to the police, it would have caused problems. True. The chairman smiled. You think like one of us. Whether you admit it or not. Karen said nothing. I haven't answered yet. Kyung-dae sat beside her. What's holding you back? Karen looked at the contract. Fear. I think. Fear that if I commit to this, I'll lose who I am. That I'll become just another piece in your father's empire. You could never be just another piece, Taemin said. You're too stubborn for that. And too dangerous, Kyung-dae added with a smile. Karen smiled despite herself. You two make this seem easy. It's not easy. But it's simple. Taemin took her hand. Do you want to be with us? Yes or no? Yes. Do you want to build something? Yes or no? Yes. Then sign the contract. Everything else we figure out as we go. Kyung-dae pulled out a pen. Offered it to her. Karen stared at it. At them. In the future spreading out before her. Then she took the pen and signed. The twins grinned. Welcome to the family, Kyung-dae said. Officially this time, Taemin added. Karen folded the contract. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Probably, they said together. But they were smiling. And so was she. That night, the chairman held a small ceremony. Just the inner circle. He presented Karen to the family officially. This woman has earned her place among us. She saved my sons. Exposed a traitor. And chose to stay when she could have walked away. The chairman raised his glass. To Karen. May she find what she's looking for here. Everyone drank. Karen felt the weight of their eyes. The judgment. The curiosity. But also the acceptance. She was one of them now. For better or worse. After the ceremony, the twins walked her back to her suite. Things will be different now, Taemin said. How so? People will test you. See if you're really as capable as father claims. Let them try. Karen unlocked her door. There's something else, Kyung-dae said hesitantly. What? Father wants to announce our relationship. Publicly. To the organization. Karen froze. What? He says it will eliminate questions. Make clear that you're under our protection. I don't need protection. We know. But the announcement isn't about protection. It's about claims. Taemin stepped closer. In our world, if we don't claim you, someone else might try. And we can't have that, Kyung-dae finished. Karen looked between them. So I'm property now? No. You're ours. There's a difference. Taemin's voice was soft but firm. If you want out, say so, but if you're staying, we do this right. Karen thought about it. The implications. The reality. Fine. Make your announcement. But on one condition. Name it. I will announce it with you. Equal standing. Not as someone you've claimed, but as someone who's choosing to stand with you. The twins smiled. Deal, they said together. The announcement was made the next day. In front of the entire organization. The chairman spoke first. Formal. Traditional. Then Taemin, Karen has chosen to join our family. Not as an employee. Not as an asset. But as our partner, our equal, Kyung-dae added. Anyone who disrespects her, disrespects us. Then Karen spoke. Her voice is strong. Clear. I stand here by choice. I could have left. But I'm choosing to stay. To build something with these two men. To use my skills to strengthen this family. She looked around the room. I don't ask for your approval. But I will earn your respect. Silence. Then Minesio started clapping. Slowly. Others joined. Within seconds, the entire room was applauding. The chairman smiled. It was done. Karen was officially part of the family. 3 months passed. Karen settled into her role. She rebuilt the security network. Vetted every guard. Every driver. Every associate. She found 2 more traitors and eliminated them quietly. The family's enemies learned quickly, attacking the organization now meant dealing with her. And she was ruthless. But at night, away from the violence and politics, she found something she hadn't expected. Peace. The twins were attentive. Patient. They gave her space when she needed it. Held her when she didn't. Slowly, carefully, she let herself trust them. Let herself love them. It wasn't traditional. It wasn't simple. But it was real. One night, lying between them in the bed they now shared, Karen said, I never thought this would work. Neither did we, Kyung-dae admitted. But here we are, Taemin added. Here we are, Karen repeated. She closed her eyes. Felt their warmth on either side of her. For the first time in her life, she felt like she belonged somewhere. Not because of blood or obligation. But because of choice. And that made all the difference. The next morning, Karen woke to chaos, gunfire in the courtyard. Alarm screaming. She grabbed her weapon and ran. The compound was under attack. 20 men. Maybe more. Professional. Organized. The chairman was already in the war room coordinating defense. Who are they? Karen demanded. Triad. Ji-hoon's old partners. The chairman's face was grim. They want revenge. How did they get past our security? Inside help. We're still trying to figure out who. Karen grabbed a radio. All units fall back to secondary positions. Set up crossfire lanes. Do not engage directly. The twins appeared, fully armed. What's the plan? Taemin asked. We hold until reinforcements arrive. Karen checked her ammunition. Minaseo called in our allies. They'll be here in 15 minutes. That's a long time to hold, Kyung-dae said. Then we'd better be good at holding. Karen moved to the window. Taemin, take the east wing. Kyung-dae, west wing. I've got central. They moved. Karen positioned herself at a choke point. 3 triad soldiers rushed her position. She dropped all 3. Clean. Efficient. More came. She fought mechanically. Every lesson from Lagos. Every trick from Nairobi. Every technique from years of survival. The radio crackled. East wing secure. West wing holding. Central is clear. Moving to support the south side. The battle raged for 12 minutes. Then the reinforcements arrived. Allied gangs. Other families. Everyone the chairman had called in favors with. The triad forces retreated. Fast. Organized. They'd made their point. Karen did a head count. 3 guards died. 7 wounded. Could have been worse. Secure the perimeter, she ordered. Double the watch. I want every inch of this compound locked down. Minaseo approached. We found the inside man. Who? One of the new hires. He's in custody. Take me to him. The traitor was in the basement. Tied to a chair. Bleeding from a split lip. Karen stood in front of him. Talk. I don't know anything. She hit him. Hard. Wrong answer. Try again. They paid me 50 million won to disable the sensors. Who paid you? I don't know his name. He just contacted me online. Karen pulled out her knife. You have 5 seconds to remember more. The man's eyes went wide. Wait. Wait. He mentioned a name. Someone called the snake. Karen froze. The snake. She knew that name. I am from Lagos. Years ago. An enforcer for a rival faction. Vicious. Smart, dangerous. Is he here? Karen demanded. In Seoul? I don't know. I swear. Karen looked at Minaseo. Confirm this. I need to know if the snake is in the city. Who is he? Someone from my past. Someone I thought was dead. Karen sheathed her knife. If he's alive and he's here, this is about more than the triad. She left the basement and found the twins in the war room. We have a problem, she said. She explained about the snake. His history. His methods. Why would he come after us? Kyung-dae asked. Because I'm here. Karen paced. He blames me for something that happened in Lagos. His brother died on my watch. He's always wanted revenge. So this is personal, Taemin said. Very. The chairman entered. Then we make it personal back. If he wants you, we use you as bait. Father, both twins started. She can handle herself. And we'll have the entire organization backing her up. The chairman looked at Karen. Unless you're not willing. Karen met his eyes. I'm willing. But we do it my way. Explain. I make contact. Challenge him directly. One-on-one. The old way. That's suicide, Kyung-dae said. No. That's an honor. In his culture, if I challenge him properly, he has to accept. And if I win, his people have to back off. And if you lose? Taemin asked quietly. Then you hunt him down and finish this. The twins looked at each other. That silent conversation. We're coming with you, they said together. No. Yes. Kyung-dae's voice was firm. You're ours. Remember? We protect what's ours. Even when it's stupid? Karen asked. Especially then, Taemin said with a slight smile. Karen looked at the chairman. He nodded. Do what you need to do, but come back alive. I'll try. They planned for 2 days. Karen reached out through old contacts. Found the snake. Delivered the challenge. He accepted immediately. The meeting was set. Neutral ground. An abandoned factory in Incheon. Just the two of them. Except the twins would be watching from concealed positions. And Miniseo would have a strike team nearby just in case. The night came. Karen drove alone to the factory. Her heart was steady. Her mind is clear. She'd trained for this her whole life. The snake was waiting inside. Tall. Scarred. Eyes like death. Karen. His voice was rough. It's been a long time. Not long enough. He smiled. You know why I'm here. Your brother. Lagos. The ambush. You led him into that trap. I didn't know it was a trap. None of us did. Doesn't matter. He died. You lived. That's all I need to know. Karen drew her knife. Then let's finish this. They circled each other. Slow. Calculating. The snake attacked first. Fast. Brutal. Karen blocked and countered. They traded blows. Neither giving ground. He was good. Better than she remembered. But she was better too. They fought for 5 minutes. Both bleeding. Both exhausted. Then Karen saw her opening. She fainted left. He took the bait. She drove her knife into his side. Deep. Precise. He gasped, dropped his weapon. Finish it, he wheezed. Karen pulled out the knife. No. What? Your brother's death wasn't my fault. But you needed someone to blame. I get that. She stepped back. But I'm not killing you. You can go back to your people. Tell them it's over. Or you can stay here and bleed out. Your choice. The snake stared at her. Confusion. Anger. Then something else. Respect. You've changed, he said. I had to. He pulled out a cloth and pressed it to his wound. This debt is paid. I won't come for you again. Good. He limped toward the exit. Paused. You found something worth protecting. Don't waste it. Then he was gone. Karen stood alone in the factory. Bleeding. Victorious. The twins appeared from the shadows. Is it done? Taemin asked. It's done. Kyung-dae inspected her wounds. You need stitches. I'll live. They helped her to the car. Drove back to the compound. The chairman was waiting. The snake? He asked. Alive. But gone. He won't be back. The chairman nodded. You showed mercy. That was wise. Or stupid, Karen said. No. Wise. The chairman smiled. Mercy is the privilege of the strong. You proved you're strong enough to afford it. That night, Karen lay in bed with the twins. Her wounds bandaged. Her body is aching. You scared us today, Kyung-dae said quietly. I know. Don't do it again, Taemin added. I'll try. They held her gently. Carefully. We love you, Kyung-dae whispered. Karen's breath caught. What? We love you, Taemin repeated. Both of us. Completely. Karen felt tears sting her eyes. You don't have to say it back, Kyung-dae said quickly. We just needed you to know. But Karen shook her head. No. I do need to say it. She turned to face them. I love you too. Both of you. It's terrifying and complicated and probably insane. But it's real. They kissed her. Soft. Deep. Full of promise. And for the first time since this whole thing started, Karen knew she'd made the right choice. She belonged here. With them. In this dangerous, beautiful, impossible life. And she wouldn't change a thing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that like button so you never miss another story. Drop a comment and let us know what you think. Should Karen have shown mercy or should she have finished the snake? Your thoughts matter to us. 6 months later, Karen stood on the balcony of the compound. Seoul spread out before her. Lights. Life. Endless possibility. She was head of security now. Respected. Fears. Trusted. The organization had never been stronger. And she'd found something she never knew she needed. A home. The twins joined her. One on each side. What are you thinking about? Taemin asked. How different life is now. How much has changed? Do you regret it? Kyung-dae asked carefully. Karen smiled. Not even a little bit. They stood together watching the city. 3 people who shouldn't work together. But I did. Perfectly. Let me know where you are watching this from in the comments below.